Hello all, welcome back to my channel. And after a very long time we are back with a new video, and this time it's not travel video, and this time it's Royal Enfield Meteor 350, the brand new bike from the Royal Enfield. And after a very long time I am back with the review video. So I got this bike just a couple of days ago, and I will be riding this for a few days. I have rode this bike for around 500 kilometers for now, and this video will be all about the Meteor 350, my experience on the Meteor 350. I will give my points about this bike, my perspectives. Do let me know your thoughts as well. So without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, thanks to Royal Enfield for hooking me up with this bike for a few days. And you may think that this is just a decorated Thunderbird, Royal Enfield Thunderbird, but this is not a Royal Enfield Thunderbird. This is a spanking new engine. This has nothing to do with the Thunderbird, and Royal Enfield has thrown out the push rods, and this is a brand new engine. This has a counterweight balance, and you may notice that the clutch cable over here is in the right side, whereas the previous models with the clutch cable actuators were in the left side. So that physical appearance is the main changes you may notice at first, and other than that, everything is a brand new mechanism, technology. And this bike is coming with a BS6 compliant engine. It borrows the same long stroke bore and the same pistons that as of a Thunderbird. But this is a fuel injected motorcycle, and we do not have push rods, as I said. And you can see that here there is a split frame, so it means that Royal Enfield is very confident this time that there is no vibration at all. Since the push rods have been taken out from the engine, the vibration has reduced at least by, say, 80% than that of a Thunderbird. The engine specification and all the numbers will be coming down in the video as we talk. Yes, first and foremost, let's talk about the performance of the new engine. Yeah, as I said, this is a new engine, hence there is no vibration at all. There is hardly any vibration at around 100 kmph or around 110 kmph. You could feel the slight vibration in the handlebar and near the foot pegs while riding at around 100 to 110 kmph. Until then, 90 to 100 kmph, the bike is butter smooth. There is no vibration. You can cruise all day long at around 100 kmph. But somewhere around after 150 or 200 kilometers, you could feel some heat in the engine near your legs, around your ankle. But I feel that is okay because this is a 350cc air-cooled engine. It would have been better if it was a liquid cooled engine, but okay, I'm happy with it. The acceleration picks up till 80 kmph very fast, like all the Royal Enfield, with no hesitation. But after 90 kmph, there will be slight hesitation, and after 105 kmph till 120, it is slightly slow, and past 120, I don't recommend either for the Royal Enfield Meteor 350. But yet, after 100 kmph, the bike hesitates a lot. The sweet spot is between 90 to 100, 100 to 90 to 110 kmph. That is a sweet spot for this bike, and there is absolutely no vibration in the bike at around 90 to 100 kmph. One of the most thing that surprised me is the light clutch. This bike is having a very light clutch compared to my brother's Classic 500 and other Classic 350, which I rode few months ago. But this thing is very smooth, and even the gearbox has improved. I won't say it's butter smooth compared to other bikes, but it has taken to the next level. I love the gearbox, and probably after first or second service, it may become smoother. And speaking of gear lever, one of the things that I noticed is that the gear lever over here is in the right position, whereas the rear foot set here, this part, is not in the right position. So whenever you want to drop a gear, you want to move your leg behind, and that kinda gets annoying whenever you are usually on when you're on long ride. If the footrest, the foot peg is in the rear set, you kind of get annoying, even though we use the gear set from the front. But yeah, that is slightly disappointing, but that is okay, manageable. Now let's talk about comfort and ergonomics. I like the handlebar position. It's not that bad for any height, somewhere around 5'3" or 5'10" as well. The handlebar is okay, and you can adjust the way you want. But the thing that bothered me is, for my height, is the low seat height and the position of the seat. After around 150 or 200 kilometers, your butt starts shaking. That is because the seat is in a pretty low height, which is a very good advantage for short people, somewhere around 5'3", 5'4". They wouldn't be having any trouble. But those who are long, like those who are tall, would have the problem, because when your leg is in the front, and since you're tall, your leg will be somewhere a little in the more of a cramped up position. So your butt starts aching somewhere around 150 or 200 kilometers. But then again, bike, you get the butt aches, shake your ass and move on. And yeah, speaking of seat, the stock seat, it's wide and well cushioned, and there are two types of seat. You can lower the height as well, or you can get the touring seat. Rider, no problem, but for pillion, I'm not so sure. If Alia Bhatt was my girlfriend, she wouldn't complain, but Sonakshi Sinha, she wouldn't come along, because the seat height, width or the length is pretty small. Other than that, the comfort is not that bad. Let's talk about suspension now. So front suspension, it is somewhat like the previous Thunderbird. It is not great, it is not worst either. They have damned it well. They have given the proper compression and expansion, what do you say, Young's modulus or ratio, yeah, exactly. But it is the rear suspension that actually bothered me a bit, because the position is exactly near our back. So when you're riding alone, that is the problem, because whenever you are going through any potholes, small potholes, no problem, but sudden deep potholes, it compresses well, but when it expands back, it hits you back. So your back starts aching if you are going in a rough road. Then again, this bike is a cruiser, not a off-road bike, but yet you know the Indian roads. So I'm not so happy with the rear suspension, but along with the pillion, the suspension does a great job, as well as comfort. Now let's talk about braking and handling, those features. Well, this bike comes with tubeless tires. You can see the alloy wheels. But as of now, this bike is coming with a CA tires, and I think it hasn't completed its braking period. But yet, it gives a pretty good confidence in the corners or in the city or in the bad roads. and the brakes are good, the bite is good, the feedback is good. Then again, I wish they had moved into sintered brake pads, but it does the job because Royal Enfield is famous for its engine braking. Drop a gear and use the brake, there is no problem at all. And speaking of rear brake and front brake, this bike comes along with dual channel ABS. So ABS works pretty well. There was no problem with the ABS as of now, as I've seen. One of the happy thing about this bike is the windshield. You don't have to put aftermarket windshield. The stock ones is really good. For my height, I am 5'10", 5'11 ish. Up till around 80 kmph, 90 kmph, no problem at all. There is no buffeting. But for tall riders, this might be a slight problem, but I don't think we can complain on that because average Indian height is considered to be somewhere around 5'6" or 5'8". So this is a great job. There is no rattling sound. This is a good thing that they have added on the Meteor 350. And speaking of windshield, the thing that I noticed is the mirrors. I think it could have gone around 2-inch, slightly more height than this, because it's kind of on the lower side, so it kind of gets annoying and you cannot position it properly. But then again, these small things we can change it or put on aftermarket mirrors, or you can even put classic 350 or 500s mirrors. Fuel tank capacity is 15 liter. We get around fuel range somewhere around 450 kilometers. So out of 15 liters, since this is a fuel injected motorcycle, around 2.5 liters or 3 liters is for the reserve. So let's consider it as around 12 liters. So this bike gives fuel efficiency somewhere around 35 to 37 kmpl, kilometer per liter. For me, as of now, the second service is yet to be done, and the fueling is good. I like the fueling. It is precise, it is better, it is smooth. From somewhere around 40 to 80, it is just butter smooth. Compared to recent motorcycles, all the modern motorcycles which has LED headlights, I'm happy that they have still stuck to halogen bulb. Not because that I hate LEDs, but a lot of modern motorcycles have LED lights, but they do not illuminate properly. It will be either on the sky or on the next vehicle or in the wall. But the headlight is bright enough and it lights up very well. And it has a DRL. I don't know if you can see. It has a DRL, circular DRL, and the headlight switches have been changed compared to the previous gen. So we have the high beam, low beam and pass switch over here. Speaking about the features on the bike, the speedometer looks neat, but yet it is not perfect. The fuel meter is quite small, but they have laid it out very well. There is a small display which shows out the Google Map as well. There's a built-in Google Map. You can connect your phone by downloading the Royal Enfield app, and it shows the map direction. The map direction is quite decent, and it tells the route map properly, and even the reroute maps. The bike comes along with the USB charger port here. So while traveling, you can charge your mobile phone on the go. So the question is, should you buy the Meteor 350 or not? Well, if you are a person who like to travel around places through tarmac or highways, then this is the best entry-level cruiser you would want to buy. If you are a person who liked the Royal Enfield Thunderbird 350 and wanted some improvement, then this is definitely the evolved version of Thunderbird 350. However, if you are a person who like to travel around places through trails, or you are a person who like to explore the unknowns, then increase your budget by somewhere around 30 to 35,000 rupees and buy the all-new Royal Enfield Himalayan. So that is it. That is all about the all-new Royal Enfield Meteor 350. So this is my perspective about the bike. What do you think about this bike? Do let me know in the comment section below, and see you in the next video. Until then, take care, and if you are riding a bike, do not forget to wear the helmet, and if you are driving a car, do not forget to wear the seat belt. Until then, bye bye, take care, and see you in the next one. Bye.